Buongiorno! Today we're making one of my favorite dishes, a traditional dish from the Piedmonte region, gnocchi alla bava. And what do we need for that? To make the gnocchi, we've got potatoes, salt, and flour. Simple. To make the crema, we have a beautiful fontina from Bava, butter, milk, pepper, also salt, and lots of amore. Stay with me. Tips to keep note: when you boil the potatoes, keep the skin on and boil them whole. Why? Because you don't want the potatoes to get too starchy, and if you peel them, that's exactly what will happen. So you boiled the potatoes, now we're going to peel them still warm, and I'll tell you why. Because once we run them through the masher, it's much easier. So this one's already peeled. We're going to go, and I'll get a little bit of a head start. So clean your surface. Mash your potatoes straight on your counter. If you have a wood surface, even better. Might take a few times. My mom used to use a very similar strainer to this, so this is exactly what I'm used to. And I'll tell you, it's a great day for gym. All right, so last one. So here's a fun little fact for you. You guys want to hear two old ladies arguing? Get them on a conversation about egg or no egg in the gnocchi. That's a big conversation. So I will tell you, certain regions add egg in their traditional gnocchi and certain regions do not. So we've got the potatoes, and I'll tell you the beautiful thing about using that strainer, they come out so fluffy. Now it's also the potato itself, but you're gonna read some notes at the end of the episode that's gonna teach you which potatoes are the best ones to use. So we're now going to add some sea salt. I always use sea salt, fine sea salt of course. And then we add the flour. So the flour has to be beautifully, softly sieved. There we go. I'm telling you, I can already see them coming together, and they are absolutely beautiful. Stunning thing is you're going to now mix them, and guess what? If you need to add more flour, it's so easy to do that. Okay, so dough is done. What you're looking for is a beautiful little bounce back. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lightly dust, and we're going to set that down and just dust a little bit more and just let that sit for a little bit, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Okay, it's been resting, so now we get to work with it. So here is what we're gonna use. You've probably never seen one of these. This is well over 100 years old. When I was a little girl and my mother was in the kitchen making gnocchi for us, this is exactly what she would use to shape the gnocchi. So we're gonna use this, and this was my grandmother's, so it's heartfelt to me. So these gnocchi, because of this, and because of lots of love, are gonna taste so amazing. So we've got the dough. What you're gonna do is you're gonna use a pastry cutter. A knife will work just perfectly fine. And you're going to dust some flour onto your surface and just work little by little on the dough, and you're gonna just roll it out. Be gentle, but add a little bit of firmness in your hands. And what you're gonna do is you're going to roll out a rope shape. And then what's going to happen is you're gonna just stretch it out little by little. I'm telling you, these are so good, I can taste them already. So stretch it out little by little. And what you're aiming for is really a 2.5 centimeter thickness. So like this. And we'll start on this end so you can actually see the beauty that we are creating. And I'll go a little slow. So this is what you're looking for, right there. And then this beauty right here is how you shape your gnocchi. I love this. So when you go over these to make the ridges, go over them gently because you want ridges to show, but you don't want to absolutely flatten the gnocchi because you want exactly that pillowy, perfect shape. And when you cook these, another reason the ridges are on them is so whatever sauce you make with them, whether it's a cream sauce or a tomato-based sauce, actually penetrates through the ridges and your gnocchi are more flavorful. They look beautiful. They're sitting here resting. Here's one tip that my mom used to show me when I was a kid. If you have to make a fonduta, which is the cream sauce that we're gonna be making, or you wanna take a little bit of extra time, pop your gnocchi in the freezer for 5-10 minutes before you drop them in the boiler. And I'll tell you why, because this way they're not just sitting and they're not getting soft. Temperature in your home can actually make a big difference. So all of these little things, you're gonna learn along the way. But now, let's get to the stove and make that fonduta, that beautiful fontina creamy sauce that's gonna go on these gnocchi. Let's go. Okay, I love cheese, but this is one of my favorites. So fontina from Val d'Aosta is actually where it's produced. Come a little closer. There's holes in it, so some people might think it looks like a Swiss cheese. It absolutely does not taste like a Swiss cheese. This is nice and creamy. It's perfect for making those creamy sauces. And all you need to do very simply is add a little bit of milk, salt, pepper, and a touch of butter. The beautiful thing about this butter is it's handmade. So special ingredients, high quality ingredients, that's what Italians are all about. Few ingredients, because you'll notice it wasn't a long list of stuff that we're using. So let's make the fonduta. Come on. So remember, butter, fontina, milk, salt, and pepper. That's it. Make sure your pot or your pan is nice and hot. Drop your butter in, warm that up and melt it nice and good. I would say melt it for a little bit before you start adding in the cheese and the milk. Okay, butter is nice and melted. Drop in your fontina. Now, fontina is gonna melt, but what's gonna make it accelerate in its melting is adding the milk. Now remember a couple things. Because every ingredient here already has beautiful flavor, do not season with salt or pepper until almost done, because you want to make sure you're not over salting and you want to make sure that all the flavors naturally are coming together. This is what you want it to look like. That is so gorgeous, and let me tell you, if smell came through the camera, you would be in love. It smells fantastic. The only thing I need to do now is taste to see if it needs salt, which it does not, but I am going to add some beautiful black pepper. Pre-cracked, stunning. Okay, water's boiled. Let's go. Be very, very careful when you're dropping them in. And the beauty of freezing them is that they will unstick very easily. All right, so when they float to the top, we know they are ready. So that is perfect. And now comes the mixing and the tasting, my favorite part. So we're gonna strain these beauties. You're gonna leave a little bit of the water. Just drop them in to the crema, in the fonduta. We're gonna mix those beautifully. Oh my gosh, they smell so stunning. I swear it's too bad you can't smell them. They are fantastic. And it was so easy to make. You're gonna love making them at home. Now we get to try them. So plate a little. Look at how creamy and beautiful and cheesy that is. So I'll plate just a little bit. So a beautiful pairing for this is a nice spumante. So good. You will love them. Make them at home. And if you need help with anything, email me. No problem. I'm happy to help with everything. Buon appetito. Till the next time.